What is up, everyone? This is going to be the last movie review on this channel. The reason why I saved Cars 3 for last was because, kind of make it, I don't know what the word is, but like, my first video was my Inside Out movie review. And, now that there's a new Pixar movie, I decided to make the last one on this channel, Cars 3, kind of top it off with a little bit of Pixar. So, yeah, that's why I saved Cars 3 for last. But anyways, let's get on with my final review on this channel. So, Cars 3, uh, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I don't know if this is the best Cars movie. Well, okay, I don't like Cars 2 that much. I mean, I feel like it was a wasted opportunity to expand on the whole Lightning McQueen story. They just turned it into a Mater movie, which I think that's just something they should have done that whole Tow Mater thing, that little like spin-off show that they have with Mater. That's just something that they should have done there. I don't think they should have spent an entire movie on that. Um and these movies get a lot of hate, and because it's not like really, they're not as like good as the other Pixar movies. They're just like a cash in for Pixar, because the merchandise for this and the marketing, like, this makes a lot of money. It's like one of the top five most I don't know how to say it, but like these cars make a lot of money. So, um, one thing, I still like these movies because I grew up with it. And even though I do still think they're not the best Pixar movies, there's people who legit hate these movies, and I don't hate it at all. I don't think they're like terrible movies. They're just, they're not as, I guess, creative, or as like, as like more realistic. Not really realistic, because Toy Story isn't realistic at all, but like that whole thing where I don't know. It's not just there, when you know what I mean. Like, these movies aren't kind of like Inside Out, where it was super emotional, and like, it's not like all the other Pixar movies where they just poke at your heart and you get the feels and all that. These are just movies. These movies are kind of just cash-ins for Pixar. But overall, I did like this movie. It was really good. I'm gonna say what the things that I like. I like that whole scene where Lightning McQueen starts seeing. Oh, hold on. Should I spoil? Um. So, what I'm gonna say is I like the crash. Um, I'll explain later in the spoiler part of this section, the spoiler section of this video. And I just like how nostalgic it was. There was just some characters that you see that you don't see in Cars 2, and being this is probably the last Cars movie, seeing that was really cool. Just seeing those old characters. Um, but I'm just gonna get real quick to the negatives, and then I'll get onto the spoilers. Only thing I didn't like about this movie was the tone. The movie's really, they made it seem like that this was going to be a really dark movie, and it wasn't. And it wasn't as serious as they also made it seem like. But at the same time, it's just like a little minor flaw. It's not something that really bothers me with this movie. I just wish it could have been a little bit more serious, and like just the trailers, how they set it up. But overall, pretty good movie. I left the movie really happy, and just, felt good seeing those movies again. But I'm gonna get to the spoilers real quick. Um, so the spoilers. What I meant by the crash is I really liked how they did that whole thing where how things are changing. Like, it starts off with Lightning McQueen. He has like a new group of friends, and they're the best racers, and so they like to mess around while they're in the front. And like, Lightning McQueen would win one race, and then his other friend would win one race, and his other friend would win one race, and they would just just change and all that. And then all of a sudden, Jackson Storm comes out of nowhere, like, um, you guys are trash, and all that. And they're just like, what the heck? And so seeing, that's just the first time that Jackson Storm shows up. And Jackson Storm is a douche in this movie. Like, usually you kind of like the villains that you see on screen. That's like, really, that's how you know it's a good villain, when you kind of, when you kind of grow some kind of, that you like that villain. And but when you see Jackson Storm and how he acts, you want him to lose when Lightning McQueen races him. Um, but another thing was, so he, like, Lightning McQueen, you know, as that after that race, things start changing. Like, his friends start leaving. All the other cars become like, I don't know if they're electric cars, but they just all have that design that Jackson Storm has, and Lightning McQueen is still that old racer. And so that's when the crash happens, when, you know, he's like in first place, and Jackson Storm comes out of nowhere, and he says, I forgot what he says to Lightning McQueen, but Lightning McQueen just like goes like, what? And then he like gets mad, and he just starts like hitting like he just starts trying to go as fast as he can until like the car just like, you know, he just started getting out of control, and he just went and he just flipped. And it was kind of sad seeing him all destroyed like that. Like, he was messed up after that. And it even gets to the point where he just stays in Doc's shed for like, you know, for like a couple months, and he's like all gray, and it was pretty, you know, sad. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they didn't discuss anything about Doc and how he died. They just said, I miss him. And, you know, that's it. They didn't really, like, add on to the whole story of how he died and what happened. They just explained stuff that he did as a racer. And there was actually some times, like, if you're fans of this movie, then there will be some times where you're just like, oh, you know, it kind of, you know, like, hits you in the heart a little. But I mean, if you're like not big fans of this movie, you wouldn't care. It's just like, oh, okay, whatever. But overall, Cars 3 is a really good movie. You guys should see it. Um, uh, that's it. So, last review. Wow, it's not a big deal. You guys will see more reviews on my other channel, but this is going to be my last movie review on this channel, and I had to top it off with a Pixar film. So that is it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. My next video will not be posted today. It actually won't be posted in a while because I won't make it in a while. I'm trying to set up everything. I'm trying to get my mic for this camera because I want to be able to make that announcement and, you know, just be able to start right away. You know, I want to be able to be like, okay, channel's up, go ahead and subscribe to it. I'll be making videos, and then just try and make the videos happen. I'm looking up mics, like, I guess they're called shotgun mics, and these things are really expensive, so I don't think this channel will be up. I gotta start saving some money and all that, or I'll just probably find the cheapest mic. I won't probably go for the cheapest one, because, like, some of them are really low, like to $12, and there's some that's like 105. I'll probably just read the reviews and see what's the best mic that I can get for a pretty good price, you know, or if I'm just able to get the $100 or something. But it won't be up for a while, so just don't expect it to come up anytime soon. But anyways, guys, thank you for these past 2 years, for all the support that you gave me. Thank you for staying with me and, you know, just not leaving me, even though some of you left. But it's okay, you know. But I will see you in the next video, which will be the goodbye and the whole announcement for the new channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.